Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to be doing the scored review for the Mega Man Legacy Collection Challenge mode. Now, before I start this review, I would like to say if you are watching this on YouTube, if you are liking this content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. Now, on to the scored review. Now, the challenge mode was developed by Digital Eclipse, and yes, it was developed by Digital Eclipse. There was no original version of the challenge mode in any of the games, so this was all on Digital Eclipse. Granted, the products are still originally developed by Capcom, but this is all exclusively a Digital Eclipse idea. Now, the game and challenge mode itself was published by Capcom, so they still had their hands in it. Now, this is a separate game mode, so there isn't really a story, but I'm going to score it based on the 5 categories anyway, starting with story, obviously. This isn't really a story-based mode, it is just a collection of groups of stages from story modes that are mashed together that allow you to face a challenge run, speed run, something of that nature. Now, if you're not into speed runs or challenges, you'll probably avoid this section of the game. But if you're an achievement hunter, you'll more than likely come here to do these, solely because more than half the achievements in this game come from the challenge mode. Now, for the music and sound effects, since this is all the games put together, it's pretty much got every music track from 1 through 6 in this, so that's a plus, because to me all the Mega Man games have some of the most fire and banging style music to me. As for sound effects, this game does have a lot of iconic sound effects that are used with the original Mega Man games. So you'll hear a lot of similarities in a lot of the games. Granted, some of the sound effects were changed either from earlier versions to later versions, or changed in later versions itself, but all in all, most of the sound effects still remain the same and still sound iconic. For the graphics, if you're a fan of old retro style looking games, I meant to do this before the music and sound effects, then this will probably look really good to you, because the games have really clean palettes and sprite work and pixel work in this, so everything is easy to figure out. It doesn't have like a blurry look to it. And another thing with these older Japanese games is that the color palettes they used in these tend to have some really pop out colors, like they hold no bars when it comes to colors, so you'll see a lot of bright or really colorful stages, which is a big plus. It's not like, let's take like Call of Duty where everything's gray or brown washed out, so it doesn't have a dreary look to it. Now for gameplay and controls, in terms of this having all 6 games, you have the best and worst of all the gameplay mechanics, which in most cases was just the best, because to me they kept improving and improving and improving as they went up from 1 to 6. The controls, on the other hand, while the game is got very simple controls. You basically have run, jump, and shoot. That's basically your entire controls for the game. The issue I have is Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 6 both have a lag input issue. 3, I realize, has a turn and shoot issue where if you try to turn and shoot too quickly together, it will cause you to either not fire or not turn before shooting. And 6 had, I don't know how this came into play, an issue with it not accepting your jump input. So if you see where I get hit when I had plenty of time to clear a jump, that was probably it. Now, considering how long this game has been out, these things should have been patched, but considering that Capcom took over the Legacy collections after the first one, Digital Eclipse probably didn't have time to get back and patch this. But all in all, it's still manageable to get through it, even with those issues. Now, for the achievements, this game has more than half of the achievements tied to exclusively this challenge mode. You get 3 individual ones, one for your first bronze, one for your first silver, one for your first gold, and then you'll end up with the same thing but at 25, and then the same thing at 50. And scrolling down all the way to the bottom, you'll start to get achievements for some of these harder challenges, like completing the all appearing blocks challenge has an achievement to itself. You can get this either from this one or the no items version. You get one for completing the Dr. Wily Forever. You get an achievement for completing the any no items listed challenge, and then there's one just for getting a bronze on All Robot Master Rush. Now, all things considered, the challenge mode was a nice addition to this game, and having them merge all these games together to do different challenges definitely made for a unique and exciting, albeit sometimes very difficult challenges. So, for a quick roundup, there isn't really a story. The graphics, if you like retro style looks and colors, are still great. The music, sound effects, still the best part of the classic Mega Man games, is stellar. The sound effects are memorable and iconic. The gameplay is also stellar with their additions and changes as they progress. The controls, being simple, are still, reliable and good, aside from the few issues I noted earlier about the lag inputs. The achievements, while most of them aren't that hard, there is a handful of them that can be quite challenging. So, all in all, this game, or this challenge mode, I would give a 7 out of 10. It is a breath of fresh air, albeit I probably would have gave it a 9 if there was some kind of story as to why you were teleporting between different realms in time periods of Mega Man's history, which I think is something they could have done, but I mean, it's a challenge mode, so I can't complain but so much. So, 7 out of 10. And as I said before, if you are liking this kind of content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are watching this on YouTube. And with all things gaming, game logic, am I right? I'll see you guys in